Hey, yo, it's Davo. What's going on, everybody? We're back with some more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. And today we're going to be talking about, well, y'all saw the title. We're going to be talking about whether or not you should summon for Christmas LILLIA. Now, I know Global is getting some Global First skins. I have no doubt in my mind that it will come to JP. Probably this reset, which is like about Wednesday night, Thursday morning, or something, however you want to look at it. We're going to be looking at LILLIA's banner and whether or not I think you should summon for it. First and foremost, we can go to over here. There are actually some free-to-play tickets that you can get from there. If you do these missions, you get 2 tickets for each one. I think there's a grand total of 5 missions. So you get a free multi and you get a costume, which is Elizabeth's 2.5 year anniversary costume. I like it. I think it's one of her better ones, like visually, but like in terms of stats, I guess not. I guess this is like what she needs because she is kind of squishy. It is really easy to crit on Liz, so I guess you want crit resist for her. So I guess if you're looking for that costume, but I don't think nobody really looking for it. So if anything, it's just a new visual skin, which I think looks pretty good. And these tickets here from the missions, you can use them to summon for LILLIA. Also, did I do this? I did do this. Okay, so. Let's take a look at the banner. I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts about like the banner as a whole, each banner, well, each unit on the banner, and then yeah. Well, let's go over LILLIA too because you know I gotta pull her up and stuff. Where is she? Here she is. Let's go over here and we can look at this browser. So, Illusion of Holy Night, LILLIA of Desire. Holy Night, I like that. Okay. Her passive, Song of Disaster. For the 7 catastrophe allies, inflict additional damage equal to 10% of the hero's max HP when using single target attacks. So, I think... Okay, so if you have another disaster on the team, and they have a lot of HP, they do damage dealt depending on how much HP they have. So if you have somebody who has like, let's say like a high HP pool, let's say you have like a maxed out MK2. Essentially, you can use this LILLIA as a support, but really you just want to use her as a DPS in herself. So, I don't know if running like another OC will probably help you. If not, probably just stick with what's his name, Red Arthur and this LILLIA. And I think Kyo too. Kyo on that team is mega potent. I know if you watch my videos, bro, you know I hate that team. So let's read the rest. Damage equal to 10% of the hero's max HP when using single target attacks. Inflict additional damage equal to 7% of the hero's max HP when using all target attacks. So, let's say you have a full disaster team. You have MK2, this LILLIA, and let's say Blue LILLIA, right? Blue LILLIA does extra 7% on her AoE because, you know, she can lower gauge on her level 2 like that, you know, the Pierce LILLIA. And then MK2 can do extra 7% on her AoE. You know, she has that, I think it's Sever. Increases her crit chance. That's why she crits so much or something like that. That increases, right? How much damage she can do depending on how much HP she has. So if you have like a HP defense Valenti or even Mono or something like that, you could theoretically probably wouldn't be as good as an attack crit damage one because you know you still have the HP. It's just like you don't have as much. So all in all, you can look at her as a support, but mainly she's just like 99.9% DPS Ungamama. So, and here's why. Her first skill, she has Flood. Do I need to say more? 0.8% additional damage for every percent of remaining HP on herself. So, you know, the more HP, the higher her HP pool is, like, not how much she has in terms of numbers. Like, if she has like 300k, she's not going to do 0.8% of that. No, she's going to do 0.8% of like what percentage her HP is at. So, if her HP is at 80%, she's not going to do as much as she does. I'm over here explaining Flood. I'm pretty sure y'all know what Flood is, but like, if she is at 100%, she's going to be hitting harder than she is at every other percentage that's lower than 100%. If you get catch my drift. She's kind of like Flood, double Flood, like Flood squared, because this Flood is that, right? But then her passive kind of makes her and everybody else have Flood, if you know what I mean. It's kind of weird, but it's still cool all in all. And then our second card, which is Shadow Illusion, basically like a green gold to dissolve, you know, nothing too crazy. It doesn't do too much damage on level 1 and 2, it just does the same thing, but at level 2 it depletes 2. And then her ultimate, she can remove buffs from all allies and inflict damage equal to 350% of attack. And then her relic over here, increase the hero's basic stat for every, increase the hero's basic stat by 10% for every debuff effect on the enemy. So Unless you, that's why people run Kyo, because it's easier just to run ignites on the enemy, and then you know Zelda's backline, he's feeding into her stats with that relic, bro. It's absolutely like nutty. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen me be one shot in these videos, bro. It's actually crazy. So all that combined with her passive makes her kind of ridiculous. I know her stats may not be the most impressive, although all this adding up makes it really good. You can't see me because my face camera is not on this scene. So let's go over here back in game real quick, and I'll show you the face cam. We can look at the banner as a whole. Also, we can just look at her real quick. So we have LILLIA right up at 0.5%. You know, not the craziest. We have Wedding Diane returning. She's really good for Verge's Guild Boss if you really want to like get her. I guess that's a nice reason to probably summon on LILLIA if you already are like thinking about summoning on LILLIA. Blue Valenti. She was really good for one of those guild bosses back in the day. I think it was Bond in a Lane she was useful for. But stronger units have come out to where like you don't need these units that are released for final bosses anymore. You can just use like these super OP festival units. Now I get for that final, if that final boss bond returns, you won't be able to use a bond, but I'm pretty sure we have other solid options. I'm pretty sure King will probably dominate that one too. We have Summer Easton, pretty much the worst Easton in the game. I think Blue Easton is pretty good. She's just solid. Green Easton like really needs like a level 2 and up. Honestly, Red Easton, she got that gauge control. She got a drain. And then the Awakened Easton, she's even solid. I would even say she's even more solid than Green Easton. Green Easton is kind of a miss for me. Winged Lane came out last year for Christmas. I don't really like her, but she was really just released for like Festival OG King, but he fell off because the new King is a god. So it's like no point in even wanting her. Also in Hog, I guess you can use them for their Expel. Their Expel is nearly the most craziest thing in the game. It's literally to this day probably like one of the most busted effects in Grand Cross, like no kidding. Blue Roxy, don't summon unless you're me. Like, I'm telling you, she's not good. She's not good. I'm just a simp. Red Summer Ellie Hawk, pretty good on the All Angel team. You know, you can kind of tank. I'm considering using that team again or bringing it back because then you know these kings are roaming around, but we got to show them who's boss. You know, we got to put them in their place. And then Summer Merlin, in my opinion, the best alteration of this Merlin, because the green Merlin that came out is literally cheeks. Like I tried using her, bro. She's just not it. But Summer Merlin, bro, she is something else, bro. Use 2 cards and then you seal, and she can dissolve, and she can stop gauge, bro. It's like a dream come true, especially with Fest Gold being released. You can just seal like cleansing cards, effects, not cleansing cards, like buff cards and all that stuff. It's absolute bliss. Green Mono, pretty good, just because I like Mono. She's not on bad terms with me. She can do some sick damage. And she's like a OC support. And then this Easton is just like really only great for Crimsons. You know, she's not like insane. This thing at level 2 nukes phase 1 of Crimsons, if you don't know. So if you're considering getting up Easton, at least get her to 80. At least, I would think. Because you don't have to do damage with her. You just got to get a level 2. No, I don't even get her to 80, bro. Just get her to 60. Just get her to 60. Get this Easton to 60. And then take her on your Crimson teams, bro. And then just go in there and just like, I think you could 3-turn it. I think you can 4-turn it. Yeah, it'll go by quicker. So yeah, that is pretty much the banner. If you want to hear from me explicitly, should you summon on LILLIA? I'm gonna say no. No, don't summon, bro, whatsoever. Just do your free multi, get lucky like me, and get a green mono, bro. I was happy with it. Anything, she's good. She's usable. Not good, not good, not good. Blue Eyes on Hawk's cheeks, not good. Roxy, she's like, alright, passable. Good, good, good. Alright. So, that's going to do it. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all enjoyed the video, smack that like button and comment down below whether or not you're going to be summoned for Christmas LILLIA. I know y'all might be feeling it, bro. She looking good, bro. You know, but, you know, you got to stay strong. You never know what's coming around the corner, you know, especially for New Year's. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out. Y'all stay good.